Okay, I'm looking a little busted and rough right now, but that doesn't mean we can't make this video. Okay, so hi, this is Sunday's video. If you're watching this and you wanted to be, you know, into the stock market, or you wanted to learn more about the stock market from a beginner's point of view, and I'm your beginner. So this is going to be a series. This is going to be part one. It's going to be beginner stocks. And then throughout the series, we're going to go through beginner stocks, big ticket stocks, cryptocurrencies, foreign exchanges, and other types of investments that you can make that are low to medium volatility and have a good profit turnover. And volatility is just risk, if you ever see that, because volatility is going to come up a lot with stocks. So I pretty much did this with no guidance, like getting into the stock market. My father had stocks, but I never asked him about them. He used third-party companies to watch over them and things like that. So I wanted to learn how to do it truly myself, and that's what I've done. So you can typically trade stocks yourself on platforms like TD Ameritrade, Thinkorswim, which is very, very in-depth. Like, I do not recommend Thinkorswim for a beginner. That shit is insane. Definitely recommend Robinhood for a beginner, which is an app that you can download on your phone through the App Store or Play Store. It's on both iPhone and Android. Do we even have Windows phones anymore? Is it available on a Windows phone? I don't know. If you got a Windows phone, please upgrade to an Android or a fucking iPhone. I don't know what you're doing at this point. Like if MySpace is gone, then sis, you're come up to the current times, please. We beg of you. But yeah, so I got into them because I was playing Grand Theft Auto, and Franklin had those missions with the stock market, and those really, really interested me. I need some water. That's how I got into it, and ever since then, I have grown from doing penny stocks to stocks within, $90. I've invested in a stock once that was over 300, and since then I've done cryptocurrencies like Ethereum, Bitcoin. Don't do Ethereum, y'all. It's just don't. And then since then I've also done other types of investments, such as business investments and things like that. So I'm going to teach you guys the basics of Robinhood, which is stock investing for beginners. So I am going to do a screen recording. Okay. So, yeah, this is just going to be part one of getting into stocks. So here's my finance section of my old iPhone. This is my old iPhone, keep that in mind. So I have Bank of America, Barclays, Venmo, Robinhood, and then I have Yahoo Finance. We're going to go to Robinhood, and we're going to open it, and we're going to authenticate. So with Robinhood, I literally have the first stock that I ever invested in, and then from there I moved on to TD Ameritrade, just because after that I did trading on like Robinhood, so I bought and sold other stocks. However, Glue has a special place in my heart. That was like my first stock, so I don't think I'll ever sell that, even if it goes into like worth 1 cent. But so this is Robinhood, and you can see that the stock that it says I have is Glue, and I have 2 shares in Glue, currently going for $7.33. Now, if I did want to sell this right now, the stock market is closed, so what it would probably do is it would probably lock in at $7.33, and immediately, as soon as the opening bell rang on Monday, it would sell. But being Robinhood, there's also cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Ethereum. Don't do Ethereum. Don't. She's struggling. She's washed up. She's in a fucking pit. She's sister struggling. Like, she just don't. Okay? Don't. But then you have your watch list, and these are just other stocks that you want to look over. So I have Apple, Twitter, Tesla, Netflix, Facebook, which is a stock that I have shares in through a different platform, Microsoft, Disney, Starbucks, Alibaba, Bank of America, right? Bank of America Corporation. Yeah. Okay. General Electric, another company that I have stocks through, and ever since they restructured their finances, their stock value had gone to shit. Electro Arts, Kronos, and Canopy Growing Company. So Kronos and Canopy Growing Kronos and Canopy Growing Company are both marijuana growers. Legal, though. Do it legally. Um, but yeah, so we're going to go to Glue, and it says today's volume. That essentially means the number of people that are like looking at it and shit like that. So it says where your position is it shows basically your specs and your information about the stock. So it says shares 2, which I do have 2, portfolio diversity, and then today's return and total return. So I want to focus on those two. Today's return, it looks low because it's stock market isn't open today. So if you sell it, there's going to be like no freaking return. But total return is one thing that you need to focus on when you want to know if you're making a good profit or not. What I say is if you're not making at least double of what you put in, it isn't a good return. Wait until at least last chance is you're making half of what you initially invested into the stock. And then you have your stats, which is what the stock opened as on the opening bell, the high of the day, or the high at that till that current period, the low. Yeah, and the market cap number, the value of stocks. Sorry, the value. So the market cap for Glue is $1.06 billion in stock. And then it has, this is something that a lot of applications don't have. This is why a lot of people go through Robinhood, is it has a news section, and it gives you all the information you need to know on the stock at the moment, all the hot topic issues. However, I still do use Yahoo Finance because it gives you immediate updates, and I have notifications turned on for my stocks. So if I'm sleeping, I'll wake up to the sound of the notification. I'll look at it and be like, oh shit, there's a fucking scandal with this stock. Better sell it. And I'll queue up the sale so that as soon as the opening bell rings, my stock is out the door. And then it says analyst ratings, which is basically they get professional stock analysts and brokers to look over at the stock's information, such as how it's changed over time, its volatility, whether it's low, medium, or high, which is how risky investing in that stock is. And it's very thorough, this application. And it goes through pretty much everything you need to know, and then it gives you like similars. Robinhood really, really makes it easy to learn about the stock you're trying to invest in. And what I always tell people is don't rely solely on Robinhood to tell you what stocks to invest in and what stocks not to invest in. You need to do outside research. So before I actually invested in Glue, I did my research. I found out that Amber Rose was coming up with her emoji app through Glue's developing company. I found out that Kim Kardashian's game was through Glue. I found out that the Kimoji app was through Glue. I found out that the Kylie Jenner and Kendall Jenner game was through Glue. So the reason why I invested is every time these celebrities announced new updates for these applications, the stock price would go up. Now that was back when all this shit was hot, so there were days where the prices of the stock would be upwards of $10, some days it would be lower, it had its ups and downs, and that was when the volatility of Glue was at medium. Now things have settled on those types of games and stuff. That industry has kind of calmed down, and so has the stock price. It's gone down to a low volatility stock, which means the price will never really fluctuate more than about $1 or a few cents, which is good. It's a safe stock. It's a safe spot. So if you're looking at long-term growth or just a place to put your money, Glue would be a safe stock to do that too. That was kind of, I guess, all I knew going into the stocks, just doing my own research and using Robinhood. Oh my god, I'm going to feel like such a YouTuber saying this. I have a referral code. I'm going to put it in the description below. I need to go and fucking find that code. So when you use this code, you get a free stock. I'm going to put the link in the description box. Okay, so something I definitely forgot to mention about Robinhood, which is kind of important, and I completely I blanked out on it, but Robinhood is a commission-free software, so when you buy and trade and sell stocks, they don't really take a percentage of the sale. However, they have different membership types, so the free one, it still doesn't take commission. However, there are limitations on the certain number you can buy of stocks in one day or in one period. I can't remember correctly if it's certain number or certain amount, like monetary amount. I believe it's certain number of stocks you can buy in a day. And what a lot of people do is to keep the commission free, they end up paying the monthly subscription to be able to buy more and sell more within a 1 day period. Um, but yeah, that's like a quick little blurb that I forgot to mention. That's like the one downside of Robinhood. Whereas like softwares like TD Ameritrade, they have free stocks and don't take a commission, and then they have stocks that are require a commission. But that's a lot of other shit to get into for the next video. But yeah, that was just a heads up. I forgot to mention that. So that will be it for today. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about the stock market, whether you want to get into it and you need help, comment that, let me know. And yeah. Oh yeah, till next time.